Our scientist this week, Dr. Louise Nuijens, a former weather girl who loves to travel and is studying how clouds might shape our planet's future. She loves theater, running, backpacking, traveling, and cooking. She wants to know what shapes clouds, what role do they play in our weather and climate. She studies atmospheric science. Atmospheric scientists study the forces that drive the Earth's weather, climate, and other aspects of the atmosphere. Dr. Nugent spends part of her time working in the field where she uses planes, satellites, and other technology to take measurements of clouds. She spends the rest of her time creating models on computers in her lab and sharing her work with others. Clouds play a very important but not well understood role in regulating weather systems and climate change. Dr. Nugent studies how clouds form, behave, and interact with aspects of the atmosphere, like sunlight and wind. In recent years, her work has become more important to our understanding of changes in the climate, so she spends time working with others to help address these issues. Her path to science: a sky kid. She was born in South Africa, but spent most of her childhood in the Netherlands. She was a shy kid. Her mom would spur her to say hi to the other kids. She often felt teased. There was a lot of emotional bullying. She had a hard time making friends that treated her well. She liked to be comfortable at home with her family. Applying math to the real world. She really liked math and physics in school. She had a teacher who was a meteorologist in the Army and described the field to her as a possibility. She liked the idea of meteorology because it used physics and math in applied ways. She became a physics and math tutor as her first science related job. Studying weather. She went to college to study meteorology at Wageningen University and Research Center in the Netherlands. While in college, she got a job as the weather girl at a popular radio station. She liked the idea of meteorology because so much of our lives are impacted by the weather and it is something we can't change. Discovering clouds. She never intended to study clouds. She just wanted to do a master's project in the US. She learned something about clouds by flying right through them on a small research aircraft. She ended up sticking with it and deciding to make clouds her specialty because she enjoyed that research so much and found them very interesting. She never thought they would become as important as they did. A practical purpose. Later in her career, she realized that clouds are going to play an important role in determining how warm our climate is going to be at the end of the century. It gave her work a different level of importance that she never planned on. Now, part of her work is trying to improve the formulation of clouds in weather and climate models to make better predictions, a complex challenge. Her advice: find people who will celebrate you. A lot of people have been very helpful and supportive, and I've always been surrounded by people who want to help me succeed. Not everyone is like that, but you can look for those people. Science is a uniquely flexible career. Scientists often get to do a lot of different things. It's not like most jobs. Scientists travel, write, and teach. You can also design your workspace. As a woman in science, I find it's easier than some jobs to have a flexible schedule that can make it easier to combine it with your family. You are your own boss in a way. Get ready for teamwork. Science involves a lot of people studying the same thing. Everyone works on a piece, but keep their sights on the big picture. It's really important to incorporate teamwork and interaction into the process. If you want to move science forward, you have to have other scientists understand what you're doing and be willing to work with others. And our final quote: I think you have to be ambitious and curious because there are often a lot of things you don't understand. You have to be able to push forward and stay motivated.